hosting ACOSTA BALAREZO and Lee In-young of Korea. The Mexican is in the red, Korean in the blue. We saw two different styles at the same weight category a moment ago, Damon. What about different styles when the weight itself goes up? Is there a big change?
Yeah, I think that generally the lighter the weights, the more combinations they throw, the faster they are. As it goes up the weights, generally it's more one shots. They'll pick their shot as opposed to like doubles and triples and combos. That's how it generally goes.
I love how you emphasise generally.
Yeah, but sometimes you can get like a really tall heavyweight, like 6'6", 6'7", that can do spins and flamboyant techniques. So it does. But I'd say the general rule is, yeah, that it slows down a bit. Maybe it's more power, less speed.
So these two called to the middle. Blue is Chung, red is Hong. In this instance, blue is Korean, red is Mexican. And our first semi-final of the women's 67+ kilograms.
Did Mexico medal in the World Championships this year? Do you know if she? I think I remember watching a fight.
She's the silver medalist in the heavyweights.
Yeah, I remember watching a fight. She's really good for a big girl. She's really good headshot. I remember she had really good leg control and good headshot. So we'll see now.
Well, she lost down to Olga Ivanova in fights in our second semi-final.
3-0 to Korea. Went front leg to the body and then same leg to the face. Really good combination. Good back leg there as well.
As Damon was talking about, it's more one shot with power, and Lee gets another score.
Really good back leg from Korea then. Kind of bread and butter techniques as a back leg. And Koreans are I'd say they're one of the best at basic technique. Another great back leg then from Korea. Strong shots as well.
That's another point on the board. You may have lost yours at home. We apologise. It's 5-0 to the Korean fighter here. Out of the blocks very quickly. 5-0 start, but as we saw in that last fight, don't write anybody off straight away. Years of age, Lee In-young.
Good back leg there. I think the Korean seems to be faster off the mark than Mexico. Mexico's reactions aren't as fast, so she's just taking that back leg, and every time she's finding the pad. But when you watch the heavier weights, you can hear from the side of the mats the difference in power between these girls and the lighter girls.
So 5-0, 22 seconds remaining here in this first round. If you're still without score, it is still 5-0 to Lee In-young.
Back kick there from Korea, so that'll be 7-0 now. No card it as a back kick. So that's an additional point for a spinning technique to the body. So the point will score on the system, and then either the referees will press and it will go on automatically, or sometimes if they've not picked it up fast enough, the coach will then card it, and then they'll be awarded an additional point for a spinning technique.
Top of the wounds, I think is the layman's way of saying it. That's now 7-0. So just seeing the top corner of your shot, the scoreboard in the background here, 7-0, and that is time on a very, very good first round for our Korean athlete.
Great first round from Korea. Back kick, a couple of really good back leg turning kicks, and headshot at the start. So to be honest, if after the first round to be 7-0 down is not where you want to be, but it looked a bit better at the end there. Mexico was quite close with the headshot, so like you said, like you saw in the previous fight, it can get turned around within 1 or 2 kicks, so you can never write anyone off.
You talked about the weight as we go up, the styles change, but BALAREZO is a heavier weight fighter, if you like. She's got the silver from the heavyweight section of the world, actually from the middleweight. Li Ying has got the silver from the middleweight, so both of these getting a silver medal in 2 separate categories in the middleweight. Obviously, that's not something that happens during the Olympics.
No, yeah, I think because people are mixing weights, for example, there's 2 weights for the Olympic weights. You can have someone that's maybe, for example, in the heavyweight men's, you could have someone that's 83 kilos, find someone that's 100 kilos, so there will be difference in speeds, and I think you can see that.
7-0. Ignore the 7 BALAREZO's column. That's not really there at the moment. It is 7-0. She must be struggling to find any way of changing that as well.
One has scored a point then, 7-1. I've seen the career so far seems a bit sharper, but Mexico has taken it to her a bit, using a lead leg, pushing her back and forcing her back. 10-2.
So, as Damon alluded to now, it's 7-2 to Li Ying. And Mexican just starting to chip away at that big difference.
Yeah, definitely a better round from Mexico. She's more proactive. There we go. She's looking better, putting on her back foot a bit. And the Korean's not as comfortable in this round, so she needs to keep this going. Let's see if she's got the stamina to fight at that tempo for another 2 rounds.
Again, this Manchester crowd drawn in. Another good taekwondo battle here. And from 7-0, it's now 7-2, and we're into the final minute of the 2nd round. Much more as ACOSTA got.
I think Mexico's chamber check turn is really good, but it's just not deep enough, so I think she's been really close. She needs to either double it up, 1-2 to the head, 2 to the head, or just a bit deeper with the turn. Oh, good attempt.
Trying to go for the head there. Failing to score, but a single intent at least. Just an example to Li Ying, but this one's nowhere near over. 7-2, as you can see.
Looking slightly a bit tired as Mexico, because she's having to work, so she's looking a little bit tired. But better round from Mexico there, despite being 7-2 down, a much better round. Korea didn't look so comfortable then. She wasn't kind of choosing the techniques and outspeeding her, so it was better from Mexico. She needs to do the same again and maybe look for a high section and just keep that work, but watch that she doesn't get caught in the head on the way in.
Lee certainly proving the quicker of the 2, but certainly if the Mexican catches her, she'll know about it.
Keep plugging away, maybe a bit of variation, not doing the same things.
The 2012 Asian Championship gold medal winner Li Ying beat the rematch Behi Jordan. Is she heading to a final here in Manchester? Just under a minute. That's a good attempt, and there's all sorts of activity off the mat.
It was a good connection, but I think it was. I think she covered it on the. It was a really good attempt. It was good strength.
At this stage in the fight, there's nothing wrong with that card, though, is there? You may as well try. You may as well try and see whether that has connected and claim those extra points and get right back into it, because you've only got a minute 14 remaining.
Yeah, definitely, it's worth the attempt. Sometimes it's like for example, I've seen fights, for example, say she carded the technique. If you generally know if the kicks hit them or not. So, say if I was fighting, there's a minute 14 left, and I threw a headshot and I carded it, knowing it didn't really hit, and then maybe 30 seconds to go, I kick them in the face and they don't score it. So, and you've lost your card. So it's a gamble, but it's up to the coaches to be honest. If they're a good coach with their card, they can do really well with it.
So here's the replay, and you can see as they come together, the Mexican we're looking at, and it gets up there, David, you know.
Just slow it down and have a look.
Still deliberating, and what does this feel like? You know, because this is a big call.
Yeah. Oh, she got it. Yeah. The headshot hit. take it back. I was wrong. Sometimes the angles, it's hard to see if it's from the kind of blind side. But yeah, it was
You're allowed to get it wrong, Damien.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Don't worry. 5-7 all of a sudden, and this.
Back into it.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen a couple of these already.
And it changes the fight now completely.
Aziz in the last fight saw a lead diminish and then got overturned. Now all of a sudden, Li Yong is seeing her opponent fight back.
Maybe a combo.
Just inside the minute marker here. And the Mexican has to find 2 more points. One big kick is what we've seen from her. Can she find another? Well, her Korean opponent just managed to hang on, and she seems to be sort of evading there more than anything.
Well, she just countered her then, but she scored at 6-8, so she went up a point, and then Mexico brought it back to the 2-point difference. Good shot there.
35-33 now. And an attempted spinning kick high from the Mexican, but 6-8 it remains. Final 25 seconds here in the Grand Prix. 6-8 for Li Yong. Crowd trying to cheer their athletes on. But turning into a bit of a tussle, this one.
Yeah, both tired obviously, but Mexico, Korea needs to fend her away, keep a distance, be clever. Mexico needs to look for that shot of a back kick. Oh, 9 now. She's close. That was good, clever from Korea. Just fended away with a check.
She's got to find one big kick here.
And time.
But that's the time. Well, I'll get a round of applause because it really was a bit of a grandstand finish from either side. Lee was trying to avoid the Mexicans' advances. Unfortunately, ACOSTA, BALAREZO couldn't find those extra points. But interesting one, Damon. It was a very good use of their appeal. It worked. You weren't quite so sure that it was a kick to the head, but it was proven to be correct, and it brought it a lot tighter in the end. But I think realistically,